Going on? What's up, guys? What's up? Hey, it's my first live. I'm Master Wilx over here. What's going on? What's going on? It's the first time here on live YouTube. I'm very excited to announce who I am and what I do and want to look cool. You know what I'm saying? Why not, right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As you guys can see, I've been doing some shorts here on YouTube. Um, some videos as well. Uh, I would like to announce that what I do and where I would like to go, uh, and what are the advantages that YouTube has for us is a lot. I've been studying a lot, following a lot of YouTube channels, and just studying overall what YouTube has to offer. And it's a great platform for anyone out there. It's just a beautiful thing to be able to express yourself and get yourself known. Get yourself known out there and let people know who you are, what you're about. My name is Wilkie E. I go by the name of Master Wilks. I'm a barber, master barber for over 30 years now, and I've always been into acting and singing. Um, Ever since I was a kid, I've always had that demeanor in me, as to get out there and not be shy about, um, showing what I have or showing who I am as a person. I really like to interact with people. Um, I love people. I love showing love, showing who I am, giving advice, even though I can't take my own sometimes, which is okay. I still learn as I go, as a as I grow as a man. I still feel like I'm a child inside. I still got a lot of growing up to do. And like I said, I've been doing barbering and acting for quite a while. I am not a known actor or anything like that. No, I'm just a regular cat from Lawrence, Mass. I came from a city in Massachusetts, um, by the name of Lawrence, Massachusetts, and I basically grew up there. I graduated from the Greater Lawrence Regional Vocational Technical High School of North Andover, um, which is still kind of like linked with Lawrence. Um, I studied carpentry there. Graduated from carpentry. Um, at the time, I was cutting hair. I learned the craft through my mom and my brother, Alex, and he started doing haircuts in the basement of my mother's house in Lawrence at the time, and it's something that when I started watching him do it, it was intriguing to me, and I didn't think that I was gonna fall in love with the craft, but I did. Fades and um, you know, unique shear work was something that I found very impressive, very impressing, and I just like I said, I saw my mom do it. Most of my aunts, they cut hair as well. They're stylists, and I have a talented family all around. Most of them do hair, and like I said, they're very talented. And I fell in love with barbering when I was the age of 14. Um, and I saw my brother cutting hair, doing fades on his friends, bringing them from high school, not even, it was actually grammar school. He was in the eighth grade, and I was just a little chubby dude, watching him and always trying to imitate what he used to do. And that was one thing that captivated me, was the way that he was cutting hair and how cool it was to me at the time. Not a lot of people knew how to fade that well at the time, but he had a natural talent that brought me into fruition today. And this is something that I will always be thankful and grateful for. Um, he was not only into cutting hair, but he was also a great dancer. He was a dancer that did talent shows for the Henry K. Oliver School in Lawrence, Mass. He, won talent shows um, as a dancer. He would, do performances in the basement where he learned how to cut hair, and myself. And I used to uh, watch him and always get inspired by him. God love him and rest his soul. But yeah, he was somebody was that was very creative and talented, and always was innovative into doing new things. Along with my sister and my sister Joanna being an actress, and then my little sister Shani being born at the time as well. Um, we we are very united, a very united family, and my I was raised without my dad, but my dad is still in my life today. I always made sure that I looked for him, growing up, even though my mom and him were divorced and whatnot and not together. I always found a way to reach out to him and just basically be in his life. And here I am today. So much I can talk about today, but this is my first YouTube. I am a little shaky, nervous. I'm sorry if you could hear it in my voice. I am horrible sometimes at this, but as time has grown, passed by, and um, a lot of things have occurred in my life. I became a parent at a young age. Age 19, I was already a father, and you know, it wasn't long after that I had my daughter as well, and then not long after that I had my youngest son. So yeah, I had to grow up pretty fast, but it wasn't easy. I'm still growing as a man, as a person. I'm not perfect, and this is going to, whether this inspires you or not, if you're going through a rough time in these days, it is hard. This is a very hard time right now in people's lives and in the world, and we have to learn how to, yeah, let's say, change the narrative, or just slow down the time, slow down the environment, and bring it back to square one. Bring it back to taking things easy, and you know um, just just embrace your family, embrace everything. Don't get so caught up on the race, on the social medias, and all the you know on on all the craziness that's going around right now. This world is very deceiving, and we have to know how to differentiate all the all the outcomes, and all the uh, what I want to say, just basically all the turmoil that comes. Just make sure that you know how to separate all of that stuff, throw it out the window, and live your life calmly, um, joyfully, securely, lovingly, with your families, and just with yourself. Learn how to love yourself and love one another, and don't let people interact with your dreams, or with whatever you're doing in your life. I see a lot of talented people out there, talented young kids, that inspire me every day, inspire me all the time, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, all those good things. You know, social media can either influence you in a good or bad way. I always try to look for the positive things, like for the good things that make you feel good inside and positive. You know, me myself, I, I've always tried to make the best out of my life or out of my life experience. I try to narrate, you know, the writing of my life, but sometimes things get in the way and obstacles just get rough, and you have to know how to navigate life and navigate those obstacles. I'm not perfect, like I said. I'm still learning as a man. I am. I'm in my 40s, but I would just like to make the best out of this experience. Right now, I'm so excited, and like I said, I'm on YouTube for the first time, and this is pretty cool because I was like, man, what do I have to do to get, you know, to go live on YouTube? Why did I want to go live on YouTube? I think is because I want to share what I do for a living and I want to show my talent, and also I would like to inspire individuals out there, you know, who might be going through some type of situation or obstacle in their life and they don't have a way out, and I want to be maybe that, you know, that influence, you might say, to help you go, you know, get through day by day, if that makes any sense, whatever. So what I do, like I said, mentioned earlier, was I am I am a barber by nature, but you know, for over 30 years now, a master barber, a super master barber. my buddy my buddy says that I have like awesome hands. He calls me God's hands, but no, nobody here is no God, believe me. But he a lot of people say that I'm maybe one of the greatest barbers. You know what I'm saying? And I take that into consideration, and I carry it in my heart. But I never take it for granted. And you know, maybe I have in the past when I was younger, but I do know what I have in my hands, and I want to make the best of it. So that being said, with throughout the years, I've learned to other crafts as well. I've always I always been into acting. My growing up, my sister Joanna was always into acting, and she was an inspiration to me growing up because she was she was into the acting business. Not She did a lot of independent work and also a lot of featured work as well. And she taught me a lot. She moved to the New York City area in Manhattan, where she was, you know, previously working, actively working in the field, in the industry, in the movie field. And she gave me a lot of pointers. I learned a lot from her. I took everything that I could from her. You know, English as a second language. Spanish was my first language. I mean, I remember Spanish being my first language because that's what I remember. And being born in the United States, my parents being from the Dominican Republic, it was something that, like I said, it was just kind of hard, and you kind of get confused when you know two languages. When you're learning two languages at the same time, it's kind of confusing, and you kind of like grow up maybe a little insecure, maybe, or whatever the case may be, not believing in yourself, or you know, certain things, or believing that you can do certain things. But I want to teach my kids that you can do whatever you want in life as long as you're doing it healthy and without hurting anyone or anyone's feelings. Right now, I would like to say that recently I got into, you know, having a shop, a barber shop. I merged something called Scout Micropigmentation. I just did a course on that, which is it's Scout Micro is a new hair innovative enhancement. So basically, for bald men like myself or anyone with receding hairline, we create these tiny little dots with a tattoo machine, which I have right here. I always practice, and you basically get ink, and you put it together. You dip the needle into the ink cup, and you just do little tiny impressions on the person's head, and eventually it becomes micropigmentation, so it looks like actual hair when you're all done. And let me tell you, it has changed my life dramatically and drastically, and it's been a blessing to me. I'm able to enjoy it every day. So I merged that into my business now as well. Oh, low battery. Okay, cool. Got the low battery going. Yeah, I wanted to let you guys know a little bit of about myself. I grew up also. Well, I'm doing the scalp micro merged into the barbering, so now I do both. It's something that I took the course and in Florida. Went down there to a studio called Taylor Perry Studio, which I saw the craft on Instagram. It was something, one of the positive things that I took from Instagram, and I kind of, was inspired by it, but through his videos, through his work, and it was something that I knew I could put together in my barber life, and that's what I did. I went down there, I took the course, and here I am today. I end up, you know, flying down. My sister Joanna lives down there at this time. This was actually a couple of years ago, and here I am today. I brought it back down here. Stood. I stayed with her for the remaining of the course. Got my certification, and here I am today, back in Massachusetts, and I gotta say that it's probably one of the best things that I've done in a long time. Being a barber for over 30 years, and just overall learning a new craft and merging it together, it's kind of like a blessing. And it has just, stepped up a notch. It has, like, merged me into a different, it just makes me feel kind of like a new thing, like a new beginning almost. And it has changed the way I look at barbering, you know, even more now, because it makes it that more exciting. But anyways, going back to where I grew up and how I grew up. I grew up in playing sports. I always liked, besides acting, I've always liked acting. But during high school, I didn't know how to even do a headshot, to be honest. And then, you know, my sister ended up getting into the acting, and then got me into the acting. Like I said, I took everything that I could from her at the time, and I was very young. And she moves out to New York. I go to New York right after her for a couple months. Wind up moving out with her. We end up doing shooting for the movie Shaft at the time with John Singleton, and this was in 1999, I want to say. And it was just a great experience. I moved back down here. I joined a couple of agencies here in Boston. Boston Casting, Pickman Casting, and whatsoever, LDI Casting up in Rhode Island, and just kept pretty much pursuing acting in that manner and in that way. And All I've done, I've done some auditions. I haven't landed any big roles or anything like that, but I've landed feature work on on like The Equalizer, and Daddy's Home 2. You guys can, if you watch those movies, you can see me there and stuff like that. So yeah, like I said, I grew up playing football, baseball. Did a little bit of wrestling. I even played tennis one year at the Vogue. And yeah, that's pretty much a little bit of my story. So this is my first YouTube live. My name is Wilkie Estevez. I go by the name of Master Wilx, and I'm the owner of Master Wilx Barber Shop here in Haverhill, Mass. You guys can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and here on YouTube. So welcome to my life. Welcome to what I am, what I'm about, and I hope you guys like my first live. Sorry if I'm a little shaky and nervous, which I am, and I hope you like the get up. God bless you guys. I'm gonna just cut it short. Hope to see you guys, on my channels and on my platforms, and I hope that I'm a good inspiration for you guys, and anyone out there, whether you're an adult or child or you know whoever you are, we love you and we got you in our hearts. All right. So God bless you guys. God bless my family. Love you all, and thank you for your support. All right. Wilkie E. Master Wilk signing off. Let's go.